Okay, great. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Liz Benkovich with the Buffalo Niagara Partnership. I'll tell you, 123 of you registered for today. And as I said, just ushering in, so thank you for being here. Many of you are members and some of you are hopefully soon to be members. So we hope you find today, pretty useful to you. I think this really highlights the fact that we all have a need to connect, a need to see and meet other professionals. And certainly, I'm glad that you have an interest in us helping to educate you on what we can do at the BNP to help you and your organization. So a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. As you can see, some of you have as we can see, some of you have your name listed. It'd be great if you have your name and your company, your first and last name and your company name, because at the end, we are going to spin the wheel for some interesting prizing. And Charlene is busy in the background putting her name on the wheel. We're going to be giving away gift cards from two of our members, Tops and Wegmans. We have some It's Our Job kits and a Bill's mini cooler. So to do that, if you look at the top right-hand corner of your square, there are 3 dots. And if you press on that, click on that, you hit the option rename, and you can put your first name, last name, and your company name. That'll also be super helpful when we do the breakout rooms. So thank you for that. I'll also encourage you to use the chat feature. Our open houses, when they are live, actually in virtual, are pretty popular. But we all know we want to meet other people. So if you see someone that you want to meet, introduce yourself in the chat to everyone, or you can actually just introduce yourself to specific people. We encourage you at any time to pop a question in there or to just get to know a fellow business person. Next slide, Sarah. Ambius is our sponsor of this open house. And if you've been to our office, you will see live plants and trees, which really make a difference. They're cared for and maintained by Ambius, which is a BNP member. Next slide, Sarah. I will tell you, this is just a little bit of an overview for today. You're going to hear from many of our BNP experts on the councils, employee advocacy, our young professional program, D&I programming. It's Our Job digital kit, which is free to members and non-members, and professional development programs. We're also going to have 2 breakout rooms, and we will start those conversations with a starter question and help you to get to know each other. Overall, I will tell you that you're going to get, today is really designed to give you a brief overview of what we offer. We really encourage you to visit our website, thepartnership.org, at any time, and to reach out to any one of us for more details. So now I'd like to introduce to you Seth, who will talk to you about our councils. Take it away, Seth.
Thanks, Liz. Hi, everyone. Great to be talking with you all today, and thanks for spending some of your day with the BNP. Again, my name is Seth Piccirillo. I'm Director of Economic Development here at the Partnership. The BNP plays a key role in advocacy and economic development as a process in the Western New York region. We work to give our members a seat at the table with regional decision makers, as well as peers and leaders in your specific industry in our area and beyond. So our councils, the Development Advisory Council and the Manufacturing Council, are key parts of that strategy. We encourage members to be a part of the council that makes the most sense for your business as a way to increase visibility, have some fellowship, stay connected to best practices, and get timely updates about news and events that impact your workforce, and especially your bottom line. We convene both of the councils through quarterly meetings, ongoing communication via email, newsletters that offer that industry-specific expertise and technical assistance. We cover a wide range of topics in both councils based on what our team knows will impact your industry, as well as, and importantly, the topics that you as council members bring to us and prioritize. The past 19 months, obviously COVID-19 and how to get past that and through it has been a major driver in those conversations. And we're going to continue to help our council members adapt to changing workplace requirements, especially for employees. And then also moving forward, the best ways for us to get our entire economy back on stronger footing. Next slide, please. So for DAC, our members are regional developers, bankers, property owners, construction companies, and more. And we focus on supporting initiatives and strategies that really foster private investment, that reduce barriers to development and red tape, and want to make sure that our members know how to work with regional stakeholders to get their work done. So that's a main focus for us on the BAC. Next slide. In the Manufacturing Council, our members represent a large and influential cross-section of private sector leaders and employers in production and fabrication industries. And something that we are focusing heavily on, and it's manufacturing and it's really all industries, is workforce development, making sure that our manufacturers, employers meet really pressing hiring needs and pain points, and so that they can remain competitive in their industry. And as Liz said, we really encourage everyone to take a look at our section of the website, and then also some upcoming events so you can see the types of topics that we are discussing in our councils. And I'd be happy to talk a little bit more about our work, whether it be in the breakout room or maybe we can link up via email. So that's a little bit about the councils, and now I'm happy to hand it over to Christine and Maddie from our team.
Thanks, Seth. So thank everybody again for joining. We really appreciate it. We're going to talk a little bit about our initiative that we call Employ. Employ is the workforce initiative for the partnership. So we're going to go through a little bit of what that entails. Next slide, please. Next animation, please, as well. Thank you. So we're going to start with talent pipeline management. This is a 1 to 2 year workshop that brings companies with similar job needs together. The members of this collaborative will have an opportunity to share their common pain points, communicate on industry expectations, and address their long-term needs. They collaborate with other organizations that are preparing people for the workforce, and we try to establish a pipeline of talent that is aligned with the evolving industry standards. Next. Again, thank you. So the next part of this initiative is Career Pathways, which is a 2 to 3 month intensive program that develops a custom career progression that shows the company and how to attract and retain talent. It allows us to work with education and training providers and properly build the talent pipeline. After this, the takeaway and tangible piece you will have is to explain each role within the company, the career progression, and the qualifications needed for advancement. Next animation, please. Part of this employee initiative is we are working on workforce advocacy, which is going to help build the regional economy that works for everyone. The program allows people to learn where we currently stand on workforce policies and how to get involved in our advocacy efforts. Next animation, please.
Thanks, Christine. The Youth Apprenticeship of Western New York is a fast-growing initiative on a mission to provide one solution to address Western New York's workforce opportunities and provide equitable access to living wages for Buffalo students. So while still in the planning stage for its pilot launch, this program brings together employer, education, and community partners to provide high school students access to mid-wage and mid-skill careers and providing employers with direct access to diverse talent pipelines. Next, Sarah. The Community Coalition is an employer-led initiative that brings the private and public sectors, education and training partners, and workforce intermediaries together to share their employment challenges and find solutions that address barriers to economic mobility for the under and unemployed in our region. Next, Sarah. The Benefits Cliff Calculator, this is a tool we are very excited to launch in 2022. Because many low-wage employees are wary of taking promotions for fear of losing other financial supports, this calculator identifies whether certain promotions would disqualify an employee from assistance programs and other government services. So the tool will really work in 3 ways. It'll teach employers the impact their compensation and promotion practices make on low-wage earners. It'll show career advisors the career paths that lead to economic success and educate the public sector on the structural issues that they can change. Next, Sarah. The employer toolkit, also coming in early 2022, will provide some actionable items that employers can take to address some of the issues identified through the benefits cliff calculator and others. It's an interactive tool that better matches your employer offerings with your employee needs. You'll submit your business's employment situation or challenge, and the toolkit will match you with a series of relevant HR policies and provide recommendations that ensure equitable use across all levels of employees. So stay tuned for those products that will roll out in early 2022. Christine, I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you. Next slide, please. On our website, there is under the initiatives tab, a little bit more about what we've talked about and more in depth. So we encourage you to go and visit our website under employ. And next slide, please. You will find that there is this form on certain initiatives. I'll use talent pipeline management as an example. You can get in touch with us, fill out this form, and we would be in touch with you within 3 to 5 business days to help you with whatever we can. Next slide. We will turn it over to Josh.
Thanks, Christine. Good afternoon. I'm Josh Veronica. I serve as the Manager of Government Affairs and Economic Development here at the partnership. So I'm going to be speaking to you about our Government Affairs Department, what we do, how we do it, and why it matters to you. So every single year of advocacy begins with our members. In the fall, we circulate a survey to BNP members to learn about the challenges they face and the areas that they need government to pay attention to. That survey actually went out this week. Once we get those survey results, we have a good idea of what is keeping business owners up at night and where we need to focus our advocacy efforts. So in January of each year, we roll out our Advocacy Agenda, which you can see on the screen. This is a packet of policy recommendations for federal, state, and local governments that would strengthen our regional economy and address the needs and concerns of our members. We share that agenda with lawmakers so they know what our members in our region need. Then for the rest of the year, the Advocacy Agenda serves as our guide. Throughout the year, we continually monitor and advocate on legislation in Congress, in the state legislature, and in county and city halls. So to explain what that looks like, I'll use an example of an issue our team worked on this year. Next slide, Sarah. There was a bill proposed in Albany this year called the New York State HERO Act. The bill would mandate that employers maintain infectious disease prevention plans at all times. This includes things like masks, PPE, sanitization, and air filtration. So we caught wind of this bill early on and we discussed it with our members, and they told us how burdensome the bill would be. It didn't make sense to have those rules in effect outside of pandemic situations. And this past year showed us that businesses could adapt and implement public health guidance in real time. So we came out in opposition to the bill. The first step of that was submitting a memo in opposition to the governor and to lawmakers, which you can see on the screen. We explained why the bill was unnecessary, the impact it would have, and some alternatives the state could consider. In addition to the memo, our team also had conversations with many lawmakers and their staffs to make this case more personal. So when we made some progress with some of our local members, Governor Cuomo made it clear in private conversations that he was facing too much pressure to be able to oppose or veto that bill, so we changed gears. We collaborated with BNP members and other groups around the state to develop possible amendments to the bill that could make it less burdensome while still allowing the governor to sign it. We sent a letter with recommendations for amendments. So after that letter and after many conversations with lawmakers, many of those amendments were adopted in the final bill. The process did not stop there. The bill also tasked the State Department of Labor to write many detailed regulations on the bill. So our team made recommendations for what those regulations should look like, and we were pleased that the DOL adopted many of our ideas. So that bill did end up passing. However, between the bill amendments and the agency regulations, it is considerably less burdensome than it was when originally proposed. So we feel that by hearing our members' concerns and effectively communicating them to policymakers, the BNP made a difference on this issue. So that's a good summary of our advocacy efforts. Advocacy is one piece of government affairs. The other is keeping you informed. Next slide. So throughout negotiations on the New York HERO Act, we kept our members aware of any updates. We frequently send out advocacy alerts, which you can see on the screen. So our members know the latest on what's going on, when bills are passing, and other relevant information. Next slide. We also set up campaigns on our website for grassroots advocacy. So if you look on the screen here, on the left side, we have an information sheet explaining what the issue is and why it matters to you. On the right, we have a letter that you can send to lawmakers about that issue with one click. So it's a simple tool that helps you advocate quickly and effectively. Next slide. We also host many events to keep members informed. Throughout the year, we host events called Capital Conversations, where we bring in experts and insiders to give us unique insights into government. We actually just hosted an expert panel yesterday to discuss what we can expect from Governor Kathy Hochul in her first 100 days. But after the New York HERO Act was passed, we hosted 2 seminars to teach employers everything they need to know about the HERO Act. So first, we partnered with Barclay Damon to discuss the basics of the law and what it meant for employers. And then once the final regulations were published, we partnered with Goldberg Segalla to discuss them and what employers needed to do to implement the law in their workplace. We also distributed an employer checklist so that our members could learn succinctly what steps they needed to take to comply with the law. Again, this is expert advice that helps our members understand very complex legal and regulatory framework and keeps them in compliance with the law. So the HERO Act is just one example of an issue, but we do this for all 3 levels of government on any issue we feel will make a significant impact on our regional economy and to our region's employers. Next slide. So why does this matter to you? First of all, government is confusing and complex. You have more than enough to worry about in running your business and doing what you do best. So instead of constantly sifting through legislation and meeting with lawmakers, you can leave that to us. We have a team of government affairs experts who know these issues and know the process inside and out. And we take a lot of pride in our ability to represent the interests of our regional economy well. Secondly, you can stay informed. Through our advocacy efforts, our monthly newsletters, and our events, you will be aware of the policy issues of importance to your organization. You will also be kept up to speed, again, without having to dig through the state register or tune into C-SPAN. We are constantly hosting events with experts and insiders to get you the best information possible. Next slide. On our website, you can sign up for government affairs alerts using the Contact Us page. You can click on the subscribe to our emails button and then select government affairs. So thank you for your time. We look forward to serving you. And next, you will hear from our marketing coordinator, Maura Cotter. Maura?
Thank you, Josh. Hi, everyone. I'm Maura. I'm here to introduce BN360, the Buffalo Niagara Partnership's Young Professional Development and Engagement Program. BN360 is the region's premier program for young professionals. It's designed to connect, develop, and empower Buffalo Niagara's YP workforce. BN360 aims to create a collaborative network of resources. Throughout the year, we provide 15+ free events facilitated by regional experts and focused on timely and relevant topics and skills for professional success. And in this way, the BN360 program also serves as a powerful recruitment and retention tool for regional employers, giving them the opportunity to invest in their young employees and to develop a quality workforce. Next slide, please. And along with our monthly BN360 events, BN360 members also have access to our other Buffalo Niagara Partnership events at member pricing. And actually our first in-person BN360 networking event is coming up on November 4th. Registration is currently open and we're really looking forward to seeing everyone in person. Individual BN360 membership is $50 a year, while a corporate membership ranges from $250 to $999, depending on the size of your company. The corporate membership gives access to every YP within your organization from age 21 to 40. For more information on BN360, you can visit thepartnership.org, connect with us, and subscribe to our monthly BN360 newsletter. This program really is a valuable resource to take advantage of for any individual or organization interested in professional development. So thanks very much, and I am going to hand things off to Karen.
Thank you, Maura. Hello, everyone. I'm Karen Brown. I am the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion here at the Partnership. Thank you for spending some time with us this afternoon to learn about all the wonderful things we do at the Partnership. One of our feature items is our Diversity and Inclusion Academy. And the Academy is centered around people who are just really getting started in their D&I strategy. We've had a series of these already at the Partnership, but coming up, it's 4 sessions, 4 2-hour classes. Again, it's the only program offered like this in the region. It's going to be coming up next year in February and March 2022. And the exciting thing about it is at the end of our session coming up in March 22, it will be a certification. So you'll receive a certification for completing that academy. And next slide, please. And also, we're excited to announce our virtual learning series that is coming up in the next few days. It's a series of events, and we'll be talking about 3 critical topics, or what we like to call the pillars of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We'll be beginning with unconscious bias, followed up by microaggressions, and then talking a little bit about allyship and how those three tenets come together to really start building your D&I thought process and even your programs. And that is the two critical things that we do from a diversity, equity, and inclusion aspect here at the partnership. And I believe that is my last slide, and I'm going to turn it back over to Liz. Oh, you know what? That is not my last slide. Okay. Oh, how could I wouldn't want to forget this. Our Diversity and Inclusion Executive Exchange. And this is the state-of-the-art program, again, only offered at the partnership. It's when our high level executives get together and they can collaborate, share skills and strategies, really how to reshape their processes of how they're building their diversity and equity inclusion programs. It's an application-only process. It's limited to 15 seats, and it's a small peer-to-peer professionally facilitated group. It's facilitated by Sasha Yamachelli, and she is well known as an expert of D&I here in our community. So we invite you to find out more information about all of our offerings on our website. And now I'll turn it back over to Liz. I do believe that is my last slide. I only had two, Liz.
By a show of your virtual hand, you check the little reaction box. How many of you are back in your office? Let's take a look. All right, I tell you, by now, I think we all thought oh, very good. By now, I think we thought all the COVID-related protocols were behind us. They are not, unfortunately. So we've got some cool, free, complimentary tools for you. So this is a Crowley web design campaign. Anyone on this call can do this. If you go to our website, you can download posters, hand washing signs, social distancing signs. And these are really designed to just inform your visitors and inform your staff, all the things that we need to continue to do to keep us safe. Next slide, Sarah. And we also have a social media kit, which you can download. And the next slide will show you, Sarah, just show the next slide. Great. Next slide will show you the social media kit in action. You can tag your social media to let people know that you are encouraging the COVID protocols. There's great examples of this, and we encourage you to visit. And again, visit our website. And again, these are complimentary tools, all for you. Thank you. Next slide. Great. Here you go. I think that's Anne. Anne, I think you're muted. There you
That's
go.
okay. Here I am. Well, thank you very much for getting together with us today. We really appreciate your time. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our leadership development programs. Now, the partnership offers these programs for C-suite executives, developing managers, D&I leaders, sales management professionals. Each one of the programs is professionally facilitated by experienced consultants who guide the discussion around your specific business challenges. So we'll start with Leader Exchange. The program is really designed for developing leaders. People who have an interest in honing their skills and learning how to navigate business and industry in Buffalo, Niagara. There's rolling admission. It's a limit of 15 people per class, and typically we have multiple groups. Executive Exchange. This is again designed really for an opportunity for senior business leaders to get together, share experiences, resolve business challenges, share with each other in a comfortable and confidential setting. And again, that's rolling admission, meaning that you can join at any time during the year. And again, limit of 15 per group. Our Sales Leader Exchange is a little bit different. I think just, to understand is that someone who may not have as much experience as our leaders or executives coming into the workforce, they want to focus on specific goals and objectives and have a little more structure and planning so that when they go back to the company, they have a little bit more information. And we're accepting applications now for January of 2022 for the class. Again, it's a limit of 15 people per class. Next slide, please. So as you can see, we have multiple opportunities for professional development. The way that I like to think of it, it's an investment in the future for you, for your employees, and for your company. And in this day and age, it's great for recruitment and for retention. They're monthly 2-hour meetings with the exception of July and August. So they meet for 10 months out of the year. Currently they're virtual, and we hope to go back to face-to-face in October for some of the sessions. And I can tell you they're exceptionally priced. For a program like this, it would be considerably more compared to other programs in the marketplace. It's $1,500 per registrant. Back to Liz.
Thank you. So we are actually right on time. We'll have about 18 to 20 minutes per breakout room. There'll be 2 breakout rooms. The first question for your breakout room is, tell us about one of your most memorable travel experiences. We would encourage you to start off by telling your name, indicating your name and your company. And hopefully one of our BNP staffers will be in each of your rooms. So Sarah, take it away and we'll all enter the breakout rooms. Thanks so much. Hello, everybody. I think most of us are back. And Sarah, if you can change the slide in a second. There we go. Thank you, everybody. I hope we purposely made the breakout session small enough so that you had enough time to meet people. Again, use the chat feature if you want to meet someone, if you take a look and see who's here. So the next breakout room is share a fun and interesting fact about you or your work. Make it memorable. And we'll have about 18 minutes. And then we'll hear from Nancy for a few slides, and then we'll do spin the wheel. Thanks so much. Sarah, ready when you are. Great. Hello, everybody. I think we probably have just a few more people coming in from the breakout room. Well, nice to see everybody. I know my 2 sessions had some really interesting people with interesting things to say and interesting positions and hobbies and travel. So it was great to meet the people in my room. I hope you feel the same way. If we can go to the next slide. Nancy.
So thank you, everyone. We just have a few more slides, but I know I've enjoyed getting to meet many of you in the breakout room. So we really appreciate all of you being here today. The business link is something at the partnership. It's another benefit for our BNP members. It's a question and answer forum that's for and by the Buffalo Niagara business community. What you do is if you have a question, and we know that there's been many questions during COVID with some of the regulations that are coming up, send in your business questions and you can get expert answers quickly and confidentially. So you can get connected by sending in a question to our website, and then we will look up the appropriate experts, get their take on the answer to your question, and we will share that expertise with you on the website. So if you have any questions, please feel free to use the BNP business link. Next slide. So we have a number of events, as we've mentioned earlier. Our annual report is coming up November 10th at Seneca One. It will be a live event, so feel free to register today. It's on our website. Visit our website at thepartnership.org and you can sign up for that event if you would like to attend our live event. Next slide. So as we mentioned before, we have a couple of upcoming events. The first one is September 24th. It will be a webinar on the vaccine mandate. I know that's of interest to many of the businesses in Western New York. October 5th, cybersecurity speaker series, and that will be a live event at the partnership's offices. October 6th, D&I virtual learning, the first of our 3 series. The first one will be on unconscious bias, so feel free to sign up for that on our website. 10:12 is our BN 360 Racial Healing Circle. 11:4 is our Young Professionals Guide launch. This also will be a live event for our young professionals. So you will be able to network. I know that's something many people have expressed an interest in doing. So please feel free to sign up for that on the website. And as I mentioned before, November 10th will be our annual report, also a live event. We hope to see some of you there.
Thank you, Nancy.
I turn it back to Liz now.
Thank you. So we will get you out on time. Charlene, if you want to bring up the wheel, we'll spin the wheel for some prizing. We do encourage you to go to our website, thepartnership.org. We do appreciate the time you spent with us today. And you can certainly directly email any one of us for more details. And if you go to our staff page, you can find all of us there. So Charlene is going to show the wheel. Great. So Charlene, let's spin this for the Tops gift cards. I think I'm going to need glasses to read this. Let's see. Oh, great. Samantha Kittinger, you have won Tops. We will mail that to you. I think we have all your details. And just a note to Sarah Ashar, if you could just keep track of the winners. Here is another Tops gift card. Spin the wheel. Let's see who this is. Sean Thompson. Great. Let's go to the Wegmans gift card. Everyone loves a prize. Jason Cavelli. You can shop at Wegmans. And one more for Wegmans. Mary Pesamenti. So those are Tops and Wegmans. Now we have 5 It's Our Job kits. Remember when I talked about the posters and the social kits and the things you can print? Well, we've got some nice things, including masks. These are great kits. We've got 5 of these. So let's see who this is. John Flynn. The kit is coming your way. Next one. Stacy Karowski. Stacy was in my group. There you go. That's 2. We've got 3 more. Elizabeth Palladino. Very good. That's 3. 2 more kits. Carlisle Lipke. Very good. I love your surprise. 1 more kit, then the Bill's cooler, mini cooler. So this is for the last kit. Mervette El Bessoum. Thank you so much. Now for the last prize, and I'll get you out right on time, or we'll get you out right on time. This is for the Buffalo Bills mini cooler. Everyone's a Bills fan, or you have a Bills fan in your life, and let's see who it is. Mark Hayes. Very good. Well, thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure to spend the last hour and 15 minutes with you. We appreciate all your support. You make our work possible. Visit thepartnership.org or go to our staff page and look us up. Thanks for being here, and you have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank
Take
you.
care.